Hey, what's up, everybody? So recently there have been some ideas, or an idea that's come up, suggesting that James Bond should be a woman, or they should recreate a James Bond movie or do a James Bond movie with James Bond as a female. James Bond is obviously the English spy who has had, I don't know how many movies, but lots of movies, played by different actors, all of them been male and all of them been, white males. And we're in this culture now, society, where equality is important, and we're showing that. We're trying our best at this, and we're showing that we care and that everyone's equal, and there's no rules around gender or race, when it comes to characters, fictional characters that are in comic books or on TV or in movies. Now, James Bond being a man, personally, I don't think it's a good thing, because it's James Bond. It's an iconic story. It's a character that was written to always be a man, right? And it could be equally as productive to have a female character written into the franchise of James Bond, if you like, if that's what people really want. But also there are other movies out there where there are lead female spy type roles. Now, this itself, I think, is a bit of a silly thing. However, the reason why it's been brought up is because it's challenging equality. I do think, though, however, we have to understand equality differently if we're to achieve our goal with this. Anyone that's fighting their corner here for others and for themselves about gender equality, sexual equality, racial equality, geographic equality, there's so many different things that we can fight up, measure up, I suppose, in terms of equality. But ultimately, we're still doing something a little bit flawed, or we're still playing to the problem in the style that we're doing it. I'm going to share an idea with you, which is just a concept that I've thought up in my head. It might make no sense, it might rub you up the wrong way, or you might just totally get it, in which case, whatever you feel, leave a comment. I'm just discussing this topic with you guys. So the idea comes up, James Bond to be a woman. I like to joke and call it Janet Bond. Janet Bond, the spy who turned vegan, which is a little tongue-in-cheek thing there. It's just a joke, okay, vegans? It's just a joke. And the reason why we have these ideas of challenging what is right, what has always been the way to build in more equality, is because we're usually trying to raise awareness. That's what people always say, isn't it? We're raising awareness of gender equality, or we're raising awareness of racial equality, or we're raising awareness of things, anything that we raise awareness about. Mental health is a big one. We raise awareness of this. We're not actually raising awareness of the subject. We're actually raising awareness of something else. When you look at the word awareness, awareness is about how you view the world, and you're only ever going to view the world through your eyes. So therefore, I believe what we're doing is we're actually looking to raise self-awareness. If we don't raise self-awareness, then nothing actually changes, because each individual, each unique human being needs to see it differently, see it better, evolve their way of thinking to be able to view things as equal. And that is ultimately down to self-awareness. So when we are raising awareness, we're not raising awareness of the subject, because there's not a world, a reality that exists where we're equal in gender but not in race, or we're equal in opinion but not in stature or status. Every equality is it's just equality. Simple as that. So that's the actual end goal. That's what we are evolving towards, which is why I think Janet Bond, the vegan spy, is a good idea, because it gets us talking and gets us discussing and evolving. My role in this, and your role too, because you're watching this, is to be able to look at this from a place of your own perspective, not to just follow what everyone else is saying and the rumour mill and all that bull, but being able to raise your own self-awareness about what equality really is for you in your life, on your doorstep. How could you treat people with more equality? How could you behave in a more of an equal way in terms of your responsibilities and your roles, right? So this is the key difference here with equality. When we view it as a thing, like gender, race, whatever, then what we're doing is, imagine you've got 4 people here. We're actually saying that all 4 people can have 3 of these blocks each, right? Whatever these blocks are, you get what I'm saying. It's about having equal measure. So person 1 has their 3 blocks, person 2 gets their equality, so that's like, well, James Bond is a female and that makes me happy now. Or Spider-Man is now black, so that makes me happy, which is something that's happened in the comic books. And I've got mine, like I've got my thing and there it is, now I'm equal. What that is a very like negative way of looking at equality, because it binds you into having the same as someone else. So don't take any of mine, I won't take any of yours. Now I've got the same and I'm keeping it like this, and I've made a statement and I'm going around with my sign and my big banner, and you know, and like I don't want to annoy anyone here or piss anyone off about like causes that you deeply believe in, but the end result isn't being able to say you've got the same as someone else. The end result is to be able to put everything in the middle, and to be able to know that person 1, 2, 3 and 4 can all like just come in and out whenever they want, and they just trust each other. They just trust each other that no one's going to come and like fuck anyone over and steal them all and take the piss and leverage anyone and violate anyone and expose anyone. They're just trusting all of them, and they're putting all the blocks in the middle. The blocks can represent anything you want, and saying, do you know what, everybody is equal here, it doesn't matter, we're all equal. You can have it if you want it, I'll have it if I want it, like we can share it, it's fine, it's not even a problem. Now we are moving towards this, and this isn't about like news and isn't about media, it's about spiritual evolution. It's about understanding that the gift of life is the equality. Doesn't matter if you're male, female, non-binary or a fucking robot, it's the same. In fact, no, robot, that doesn't make sense. A robot is not a living creature, so, or is it? But not in this example. I'm talking about natural living beings, especially human beings. We are all equal, and we've recognized the gift of life in others, and we approach things in a very namaste approach, which is the God in me recognizes the God in you. We are equal, we are all here sharing a life source, we are all powered by the sun, we are all the same atoms and particles, we're just different consciousness. So this, or are we? We're a shared consciousness perhaps, but at the moment we're trying to reach the top of the tree here, and we're trying our best, and that's why I believe this is a good thing for our evolution. I don't blame you if you've turned off, by the way, because this is the bit which I talk about usually behind closed doors, but I'm sharing it with the internet today. But we're raising our own consciousness. When we're raising awareness, we're actually raising our self-awareness, and in doing so, we are raising our own consciousness. And if we do that enough, we raise the consciousness of our entire race. And when we do that, it won't matter. Things like gender, things like race, they just won't matter anymore, because we'll recognize the gift of life is a shared experience, and therefore we're all equal. So whiteboard pen drop. Thank you for watching. Share your thoughts underneath this one. And again, I'm just doing my best here to share my opinion and go there with it in a way that I don't usually. Sharing my thoughts, just like everyone should, because we should be able to express ourselves in this way. This I liken to ancient philosophy, having an idea, seeing it your own way, and then telling people about it. We're in an age now where we can record it and we can post it on the internet. And either way, as long as it's your truth and as long as it's something that you've considered, and I have considered this and thought, shall I do this, shall I not? I've chosen to do it, and I appreciate the fact that you've watched it. Do let me know what you think about the whole Janet Bond thing and anything else that I've talked about in this video, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.